Hi, welcome to my channel. In this short video, I'm going to cover the key element of ManyChat marketing, and that's called growth tools. A growth tool is just a way that the chatbot can get into the chat flow to put that chatbot to work, engaging sellers, buyers, and renters. So let's put that chatbot to work. Let me hop over to ManyChat and let me explain the different methods of getting them started. Okay, here on ManyChat, there's two different ways to get to the growth tools. The first way I'll show you is just right off the main menu. So on the left-hand side, you'll see growth tools, and there's a new growth tool button here where you'll pick your growth tool. And the way this works is you'll pick the growth tool you want, and then you have to select the flow that you want to send it to. I prefer to do it at the flow level because as I'm doing marketing, I know which flow I want to put somebody into. If I'm doing a rent-to-own ad on Facebook and they click learn more, I may want them to go right into the rent-to-own qualifications. If I'm going after a seller lead and I'm doing an all-cash offer, I may have an all-cash offer flow. And from last week on the channel, you saw I built the Dream Home Finder using bot sheets. If I have buyers out there and I want to text out a bunch of buyers with some homes to look at, or put it on a sign or on an ad in Facebook or what have you. You want to start with the flow in mind and then set up the growth tools themselves. So it's a much easier way to do it. So if you remember from last week, if you haven't, I'll put a link up here on the video. I covered my Dream Home Finder, which is a great way to attract buyers with unique list of homes. And I combine that with bot sheets so you can manage the list and send them up to your CRM with great lists of houses with pools, first floor master bedrooms, and so forth. So let me work with that one. So this is the flow that I showed last week. If I hit the edit box, you'll see the flow. It's a very basic flow that I did. Every flow has the starting step. So the starting step is where you're going to set up these growth tool widgets. So you'll click on starting step, and then there's an add trigger button. Now, if I just say all triggers, you'll see that ManyChat has lots of ways to get somebody into this particular flow. So the top ones are what we call overlay widgets. Have you ever been to a website where you try to leave the website and all of a sudden a slider bar comes over and says, wait, don't leave, I have an ebook for you, or they want to talk? Well, ManyChat supports that. So if I have a bot flow that I want to give an ebook away, I could put a flow together to hand my buyer's guide or seller's guide and then put it on my website. So if somebody tries to leave the website, the slider comes over, the bot says, hey, wait, before you leave, here's a complimentary buyer's guide for you, or what have you. That's what these growth tools are here. As I come down here, there's embeddable widgets. So if you design a website and maybe you have a button or a box or checkbox, and when they check that box or button, you want the bot to wake up and say whatever you want it to say. So that's what we call embeddables. As I come down here, some of my favorite ones is QR codes. In the world that we live in today, QR codes are vogue. Restaurants use them, movie theaters use them, everyone's using barcodes. My realtors across the country that use my ProEdge chatbot, I've had realtors buy billboards, put door magnets on the side of their car. I have one realtor that put QR codes on the back of his daughter's softball team t-shirts. And then obviously door hangers, any kind of print advertising, a QR code is very relevant. You could also do it, and I think I had a video on my channel last year about putting it on for a Craigslist post, a QR code. So lots of ways to interact with QR codes. So let me talk about the growth tool setup itself. So for a QR code, I'll set one up here for you where it says growth tool number 16. This is very important that you double click and you name the growth tool for the flow. So this is my dream home. So I'll do DH and I'll just say QR. The reason that you want to do that is when you look at your leads in ManyChat, the lead will have a field that says, how did they get into the bot to begin with? So growth tool 16 doesn't mean anything to you. So you'll know, oh, it was my dream home QR code. They must have scanned a QR code somewhere in town if I had QR codes spread around, or I sent out letters or flyers and so forth. So I want to know how they originated. Now here you could adjust the size. So again, if you're doing billboards or signs or a door hanger to send out to a mailbox or a letter, you could play around with the size. I tend to stay with the 200 pixels. I think that's a good size for most stuff. If I'm doing a large QR code for a sign, I may bump it up to 500, 1,000, 1,500. I'll play around with it so it looks good. You do have the ability to add a logo. So you just simply go out to your desk and you grab a logo here. And then you could also remove the background of the logo. So if there's like white space, that's a nice touch. You could put your photograph in the middle of the QR code, or you could also, maybe a logo or something that you want to put in there. ManyChat lets you control all the color schemes. So if I want to do like a light blue and then maybe a white, I can create a nice looking barcode right here, and then I hit save. Always make sure that this is activated. So this is a toggle switch, whether it's active or not. And then there's a download image. So now it'll download it as a PNG, and then I can put it on a document, use Canva, put it in a picture of a house. So somebody sees the house, they scan the house picture and go right into the flow. While I'm at it, I'll just pause here. If you're watching this video, go ahead and scan that. This is an active QR code, and you'll see Messenger pop up on your phone, and in Messenger you'll see that first flow, and then you'll get to see a list of homes that I put in my Dream Home Finder. So you'll get to see this live in action. So now you have the first one. If it's not active, it'll be right here. So make sure it's active. And then the next one I'm going to show you, as you come down here, I'll do all. As I come down a little bit further, we have some keywords. So keywords are fun. If somebody comes into Messenger and types a certain keyword, you may want to fire a flow. And that's for Instagram and Facebook. And then they also have SMS. And you'll notice some of these Grow tools have a pro in front of it on the top. That means that you have to have a pro account. ManyChat, it's not that expensive. They have the freebie. And then the pro account starts with 500 contacts for $15 a month. If you're serious about chatbot marketing, I highly suggest you go pro. But keywords are nice. I've done campaigns where my bot has a phone number, and then I'll promote on Craigslist or somewhere else or on LinkedIn and say, if you're interested in my list of homes, or you want to get a cash offer on your house, text the word offer to this phone number, text the word homes to this phone number. And that keyword is what will trigger the bot to start talking. As I come down further, these are some fun ones here, and I'll set some of these up for you. One that I always use is a ref URL. Ref URL, again, I'm going to do Dream Home URL is the name. And then I'll say C homes is the parameter that I want. And what ManyChat, after I hit save, ManyChat will create this URL that I can use to send out to people. So now I can text buyers. I can put that URL behind a button in my KV Core Drip campaign. So they click on it from an email, and then the Dream Home kicks off. You could use the QR code in an ad. If you're using lead forms, for example, on Facebook, instead of sending them to a website, you could have this URL in a lead form and then have the bot automatically start talking to them right from that lead form. So now I have the two. And then the next one I'm going to show you is a fun one. As I come down here on all triggers, down to the Facebook section, there's 4 here. I showed you the ref URL. Customer chat, you can place the ManyChat chatbot on your website. In fact, all my customers with the ProEdge real estate bot, we always put a bubble on their website so they can interact. When a buyer or seller comes to the website, the bot will start interacting with them day or night, even while you're sleeping. JSON is one that you'll see a lot on my channel. I have a lot of videos that are showing how to create ads. A couple of weeks ago, I did the listing ad for everyone, start to finish, and we use JSON. Again, that also requires a pro account. JSON is basically code, and you have to follow Facebook's guidelines. So follow my video here on the channel about how to properly set that up. But I use JSON all the time in my Instagram, Facebook advertising campaigns. And then this is a fun one. I'll do this for you right here, is what we call a post comment grow tool. So you could say it was a post. I'll say a Dream Home post. So I may have a post on my Facebook page that I put around the Dream Homes. I could pin the post at the top of my page, or I could just have it, anytime I put a post out there. I can go after all posts on my business page or just a specific post. So if it's specific, then I would go select the post that I want to tie this growth tool to. So as I come in here, You'll see all different ones, and we'll just have fun. We'll do it to the Cinco de Mayo one 2 days ago. I could say anybody that comments a certain word on this this post, I want the flow to kick off and start the conversation. Now, what's nice about it is you can control whether it's first level comments only or all comments. I like to turn all comments. So people comment on other people's comments. You want each of those people to get the flow as well. You could exclude words and include words. So right now I'll just say homes, and then I'll do parentheses. I'll do home. I'll do dream home, right? I'll put a few different words in there that we want to use. So in fact, once I activate this, if you go to Smarty the Realtor, find my Cinco de Mayo post, give it a try. Go ahead and put one of those words in the comment and watch this bot go into action. So I'll go ahead and hit next. The nice part about it, this is a fun part, is you could automatically have the bot like their comment. So you don't even have to be following your comments. People are commenting on your post. You're liking it as if it's you. So it does a like, and then you could say thanks, and you could put their first name in. So you could say, thanks, John. I just DM'd you the list of homes, right? So I can have a comment that's put on their comment, a reply comment. And then I'm going to hit save. And then again, make sure that it is active. So now I have an active one here. So as you can see, ManyChat has tons of growth tools. If I just come back again to the other and just scroll down, Instagram ones. I love my Instagram ones with Smarty the Realtor. People comment, they share a story or a reply, and I can have the bot start the interaction right from that comment. And then all kinds of events down here. So ManyChat is so powerful. Don't think of it just as a Facebook Messenger kind of chatbot. With growth tools, you want to put it at the center of all your marketing. So any print advertising, billboards, QR codes, URLs, text messaging, emails, and so forth. So enjoy.